Good evening, and welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. It's so nice to have you here with us tonight. I often wonder at what gets you to keep coming back, but I'm really glad that you do. Grandma's Attic is so much fun to bring to you because of the musicians that we get to present. Tonight, I get to give you a musician that is all original. He's not going to do any covers. I'm not exactly sure. Somebody pointed him out to me, and I checked him out online, and he was really good. And then I had him come into the radio station, and he was even really better. And today I have him here in the studio with me, and you're going to enjoy him so much. And after he plays, we're going to talk about his CDs and about his adventures, and you're going to find him to be quite interesting. Please welcome to your living room, Cameron Sutphin.
This is a song that I wrote for my Scoutmaster. It's called Song to Mr. You. I'm walking a road other men have gone down. Very few have succeeded. Oh no, I've seen your world of people and things. I feel a few thank yous are needed. Well, hey Mr. You, I wrote you a song about your world and the places you saw. And it seems as the years go by, your world expands and you touch more lives. Well, hey Mr. You, now I know that you know all the things I'm saying and a lot more. I wish I could sing more, but I can't sing enough, 'cause there's not many men that have done what you've done. Here's to Mr. J, Mr. Z, and Mrs. U, and all of the people who traveled with you. Here's to the people who helped out behind the scenes, so you had more time to help me. I have to leave in May, I don't have a choice, but somewhere down the road someday, the thing that I want to do is tell people I was privileged to know you. This one's called It's Been a Hard Week, and I wrote it for my cousin when I got back from Boy Scout camp. This is the first serious song that I ever wrote. It's been a hard week, a long hard week. Baby, it's been up crying all night and I can't sleep. Make the coffee stronger as the days go on. I go to work and when I come home, the baby's crying all night long. Been thinking all of this ain't meant to be. How could one night of fun have led me to 2 jobs and a crying kid and a woman who wants to fight? Oh, Lord, it's been a long hard night. It's been a hard week, a long hard week. She's been running around with a guy I don't like. I can see where this is going, 'cause I've been there before. Now she's crying 'cause I won't let her see him anymore. It's been a hard week, a long hard week. She's been packing all of her things and I can't sleep. And even though I'm so proud, I just ain't ready to let her go somehow. It's been a hard week, hey, a long hard week. This is one I wrote in a high school geometry class because I got into the habit of writing songs in classes that were boring, which resulted in a C. And this one is very serious, and so I try to tell the story before I play it, and it's called Dust to Dust. My grandfather died when I was in 2nd grade. Tom Woodward died when I was in 8th grade. He's the man who taught me how to play guitar. My great-grandmother died a few years ago, and even though she was old, it was still hard to say goodbye. Remember, you are dust, and unto dust you shall return. I don't know how many times I've heard that in church. Even though I know this life is temporary, that don't make it easy to say goodbye. Dust to dust, I'll see you on the other side. Have to go to a wake today to comfort a wife because her husband just passed away. I knew both of them, but I know what to say. So I'll just go in, shake her hand, tell her that her husband was a great man. And he was. Remember, you are dust, and unto dust you shall return. I don't know how many times I've heard that in church. Even though I know this life is temporary, that don't make it easy to say goodbye. Dust to dust, I'll see you on the other side. Yeah, dust to dust, I'll see you on the other side. Do one about a kid and a guitar now. Change the mood. I'm just a guitar in a pawn shop window, waiting for someone to play me. I'm just a guitar in a pawn shop window, waiting for someone to play me. I played with Haggard, played with George Jones, played with Willie Nelson, Christopherson, and the Stones. I played with Waylon and Johnny Cash too, and now I'd like to play with you. I'm just a guitar in a pawn shop window, waiting for someone to play me. I'm just a guitar in a pawn shop window, waiting for someone to play me. I played in rooms, I played in concert halls, in the Ryman and on the Opry, I played them all. Played in the rooms of Hendrix and Van Halen, when they were dreaming a dream just like you. I'm just a guitar in a pawn shop window, waiting for someone to play me. I'm just a guitar in a pawn shop window, waiting for someone to play me. I played to 100,000, I played for 2, played in little clubs at night for people who discovered great artists just like you, and I can see that fire in your eyes. I know you'll be great too. I'm just a guitar in a pawn shop window, waiting for someone to play me. I'm just a guitar in a pawn shop window, waiting for someone to play me. Won't you pick me up and play me?
Singing right along.
This is for, to quote Steve, what's her face wherever she may be.
There's so many love songs that were written that are better than mine. But after you've heard of them all, will you remember mine? When you kiss another's lips, after some time's gone by, when you kiss another's lips, will you remember mine? When you hold another's hand, will you think of mine? When you hold another's hand, will you remember mine? There's so many love songs that were written that are better than mine. But after you've heard of them all, will you remember mine?
This one is called Single Mother, and this is the song that got me on my first ever public access TV show all the way in White Plains, New York, which my parents were not happy about that I drove all the way down there. They found out when I showed them the DVD, and I forgot that it said White Plains, New York on the opening credits. So this one's called Single Mother.
Single mother, part-time father, she used to be a full-time lover, till her man left her for another. Now she's a single mother and a part-time father. teaches her son how to read and write, teaches him how to win a fight, teaches him how to throw a ball and not to cry when he falls. Single mother, part-time father, she used to be a full-time lover till her man left her for another. Now she's a single mother and a part-time father. She answers his questions about girls and guys, and she answers his questions why are there two when there ought to be three. She wants to comfort him when he cries, but no she can't, 'cause otherwise he won't grow up to be a man. Single mother, part-time father, she used to be a full-time lover till her man left her for another. Now she's a single mother and a part-time father. She's gotta be strong, she's gotta be tough, she's gotta be soft, she's gotta give her love. Single mother, part-time father, she used to be a full-time lover till her man left her for another. Now she's a single mother and a part-time father. Single mother, part-time father, she used to be a full-time lover till her man left her for another. Now she's a single mother and a part-time father. She's a single mother. This is going to be the last track off of the album, and the track is it's called "Bound and Gagged." And the reason I wrote it is I was with a girl in high school. Well, I was writing songs about another girl, so there were certain notebooks I didn't want her to see. And as time has gone on, what I've realized this song means is you don't get into a relationship without giving up something. And you just have to decide how high the bar is that you want to give up. So that's what this song's about, and it kind of sums up the record. Was a time when a sad country song and a guitar could satisfy my needs, but now I need your love to satisfy me. Oh baby, I wish I could get lost in some good old country music, sing those sad songs all by myself. I used to love being single and free. Now I love being bound and gagged. Was a time I didn't need anybody to love me. I was fine all by myself. Then you came into my life Oh, now I need your love, just so I can be happy. I wish I could get lost in some good old country music, sing those sad songs all by myself. I used to love being single and free. Now I love being bound and gay. I wish I could get lost in some good old country music, sing those sad songs all by myself. I used to love being single and free. Now I love being bound and gay.
So I have a new record that'll be coming out in 2016, so I'm gonna do some stuff off of that one, because it's, for all intents and purposes, done. So this one is called Mansion on a Hill. I wanna live that mansion on a hill, where no pain or suffering lay. I wanna live in that mansion on a hill, where only happiness dwells. I don't wanna see behind those walls. I don't want to learn if there's pain or sorrow. I don't want to know if love lives in that home. I just want to live in that mansion on a hill. I don't want to hear the words spoken behind closed doors. I don't want to feel the anger toward others. I don't want to know if that house is a home. I just want to live in that mansion on a hill. I want to live in that mansion on a hill, where no pain or suffering lay. I want to live in that mansion on a hill, where only happiness dwells. So for that, for the record I'm doing in 2016, I had initially said it was supposed to be about my hometown, about my parents, about my brother, and I had said there's going to be no songs about women on the record, and then I wrote two, so I put them on because they fit. So this is one of them. It's called Pretty Laura. Down in some alone valley,
on a sad, lonesome day, when the wild birds fly free, my love left me today. For my love, she won't have me. Though it pains me, I understand. She wants a freeholder, not a rambling man. For I could not maintain her lust for silver and gold, and all of the fine things only a big house can hold. I wish I was a dove, so I could fly to my love at night, and then it would not matter. She didn't want to leave this town behind, and if I were a poet and could write a finer hand, I'd write you a letter, and then you'd understand. So it's goodbye to my mother, and goodbye to my father too, and goodbye, pretty Laura, 'cause life is not good enough for you. So it looks like I've got time for one more, I think. And so this is how I've been closing most of my sets out when I do original sets or combos. And this is the last track. I'll do one more from the new record, and it's called Reason to Believe. When I was a young boy, my parents baptized me, took me down to the river to set my soul free. They did the same for my brother, then my daddy was saved too. Washed clean in the water, given life anew. At the end of a long hard day, my daddy would come home, and he'd hug us kids as we went running into his arms. Then he'd hug my mama, and he'd kiss her on the cheek. At the end of the day, he found a reason to believe. Mom stayed home with us kids, did her best to raise us right. Got up with us every morning, then put us to bed at night. And I would always hear praying for my brother and me. At the end of the day, she found a reason to believe. Now I stand at this river where I was baptized years ago, where the preacher forgave me and saved my soul. I've been coming by here after work since I took a job at the factory, trying to figure out how my old man found a reason to believe. Just looking for a reason to believe.
Awesome. Come over and mic up and sit. So, was that cool or what? Every single one of those songs was written by Cameron, recorded in his bedroom, and you can get it here. And you can find this on, we'll talk about it when he sits down. But it's good stuff. Did you feel entertained? Because I certainly did. This is the second time I've had him live, and I really, really love to listen to his lyrics. I find his lyrics to be honest and real and straightforward and believable. And it's not like that in all music today. How are you?
Good. I'm doing really, really well. Happy to be here, believe me.
It's so good to have you here. Are you comfortable?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. So you said that you were on another public access show.
Yeah. I've done a number of these. The first one I did was in White Plains, New York, and it was called Live with Clive.
Yeah, and he did a music show like this?
Yeah, except I called my parents, I told them, and I said, well, I need your help. And they said, with what? And I said, there's this contract that I have to sign, and I don't know what I'm signing away. Because he says, I said, I don't know if it's the rights to the songs I play or just on the show. And it took us an hour to finally figure out all you're saying is you can use your songs on the show, but it was 2 pages.
Oh my goodness.
So we couldn't. And
I don't have a contract for you.
I don't want a lawyer. I just want to go and play music. Like, I don't want to get into, I don't want to.
Well, if you're going to be a big star, you're going to end up dealing with lawyers.
Oh, yeah.
And all kinds of stuff. I think you're headed in a good direction. You did this all by yourself, inside out, the covers, the photos,
Yes.
everything.
Actually, my brother took one of the photos for me.
Is that this one?
No, it's that one. That one. He took that one. That's in our backyard.
Nice. I like this one. Was this a guitar you used to play?
No, that was no. These photos were off of the
Where do I
internet.
put
They
this?
were non-copyrighted photos.
Non-cop. They are now.
Yeah.
Where can I put this? Can you zoom in on that? That guitar is all busted up.
Yeah.
See that all busted up guitar? That made me sad. But your song about the guitar in the pawn shop,
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you.
What made you put yourself in the place of that guitar?
Well, an artist named Jamie Johnson. This is how young I was when I wrote it. That I thought I could argue with really good songwriters. He wrote a song called. He wrote a song about 2 guitars talking to each other.
In the pawn shop.
And I said, that's wrong. The guitar's talking to the kid. I'm going to fix his mistake. So I took a different chord progression, and I took the same premise, but I took talking to the kid about not just, they were talking about like concerts they played, and I was like, no, I want people, concerts, I want this guitar to go through everything. It was like, I played on the Opry, and like, no.
Yeah.
Guitar's got to start in like some kid's room and progress up from there.
It's a great, great song. I really like it a lot. And where would you come up with the song about a single mom? Your mom's not singing.
No. I came up with that at a Boy Scout camp. There was this kid. I was an older scout, and the older scouts were the younger scouts. And there was this kid there who they wanted me to help him shoot because I was very good at shooting rifle. And I said, okay, I'll do that. And his mother came, which was unusual because it was mostly men that would come. And his mother went with him. I said, okay. And then, 2 days later, they said, hey, help him do this. Okay, his mother came with him. I was like, this is so weird. Like, just, buddy system. Like, and then I overheard his mother talking about how his father's not in the picture and how and you could tell she was trying to do both things. She was trying to be nurturing and trying to, get him to toughen up.
Yeah, and you hear that. You hear that in the song.
Yeah.
You hear.
That's not the first draft, by the way.
It's a good one.
Thank you, millionth.
Well, the thing is, your lyric, first of all, you're kind of young to be writing songs that have lyrics that are that well-lived. Why do you think it is that you know life as well as you do?
Well, I write about what I know, and it took me, I made an album in high school that was not mixed and mastered, where I wrote about stuff I didn't know about. Then I realized, I should try it differently. I made another one that was a little better, and then I made this one when I hit 18. I took all the songs I wrote in high school, and I divvied them up and started to weed them out.
Yeah.
Stuff I couldn't edit, stuff that wouldn't fit on that. Not everyone gets to play.
There's a lot of songs on here.
There's 20.
20 songs.
But that's 5 per year in high school, which isn't a lot to write. It's 5. That's 5 per year.
Yeah, but 5 good songs.
Yes, per year.
Are there? Yeah.
I've got a drawer full of stuff I'm never going to show anybody.
Yeah, I'm shutting it off. It's my cell phone making noise. I'm so sorry, everybody. I lost my train of thought. Tell me why this guitar is all banged up again. I lost that.
So the guitar, I wanted to show the guitar in the front is whole, and then just have the
beautiful
contrast of one of them being smashed to bits.
So when you came on my radio show, I had been given the opportunity to interview somebody else. And you said you were going to stay anyway and kind of go through that with me. And we interviewed James Montgomery. How did it feel to be in the studio with me while I was interviewing
That was really
him?
cool. I mean, that's why I wanted to stay. I was like, of course I have to stay.
Right, because he's like somebody you would...
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are certain times where you get really lucky like that, and it's like, well, yeah, I have to stay.
He's good. Now, you had said something about going to Nashville earlier before the show. Are you headed there? Are you coming back? Or what's your whole plan?
I'm headed there. So May 1st, I'm doing 4 months. I'm doing May, June, July, and August of a goodbye tour, which is in every nursing home, every cafe, every bar that's still around that has a budget that I've played by myself or with various groups. And the various groups, we're all doing one last run as well.
Yep.
And then August 31st, my last show is at the Sutphin Senior Center, which is free. I wanted it to be in a family-friendly place, not like some... Enfield has a restaurant bar. I didn't want to do it there.
Right.
It's like I want everyone to come, and I'll have some friends singing with me. And then September 1st, I have a plane flight to Nashville. I have 2 shows in Tennessee that week.
Nice.
It's permanent. Yeah.
Are you going to stay in Nashville for a while?
2 weeks, and then I'm working on booking a tour that'll go from Nashville to Nashville, Texas, up to Colorado, and then back. So in like a triangle loop, and then East Coast run to get up here for Christmas.
Nice.
Hopefully, and I'm looking forward.
And you
to
do this
doing
all by
that.
yourself?
Yeah, I have 2 groups. I play in a group called Winging a Prayer, and we do stuff in the summer because we all go to different colleges.
Yep.
And then I have a duo called Cat and Cam, and we're doing. She went to Nashville for an internship, and we had said that May was going to be our last run.
Yep.
And then we got offered to do a show that would cover transportation costs, so we did it. So we're going to do that in May.
Nice.
And then we're going to do probably another one in July.
Nice. That's
So we're going to do
great.
2. It's just harder for us because she's from my hometown Enfield as well.
Yeah.
That's how we met.
Nice. And she sings with you. You should bring her and do a show here with her
Yeah,
when she's in town.
Yeah, we're trying to get her down July to do a number of shows. So again, she's got to cover her costs. That's the problem.
I get that. Well, if you get people to cover the costs, bring them in here.
Yeah.
If we can get it on the air before you guys get to play, then you get that free publicity.
Yeah.
That's what that's all about. So, having heard, there's 2 songs, The Guitar and This Guitar. What's the difference? Because they're one right after the other on the album.
I had initially the way it is on the back, and it's hard to read because it's dark because it is a kind of a dark record. But you have 10 and 10 tracks.
Right.
And I want it to be split into essentially 2 separate albums on 2 separate sides.
Oh, okay.
So this one opens with my guitar.
Vinyl.
Yeah. Costs a lot of money to make.
It does.
I've spent hours at night going, oh, come on, I got to get down to $15. Nope.
Well, you just keep doing what you're doing because you'll be putting out vinyl
So this
before.
this song's about a guitar and it's in the key of F, and this one's about a guitar in the key of F. So it was just
the way it worked.
Yeah, that's why they're lined up that way.
Nice. So you can go from one side to the other and not have to change your keys when you're listening to vinyl. That's good. No, I'm not being
I know,
silly.
I know.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
When you turn an album over, you don't want to go from a song that's all this way, like jazzy and cool, and then go into something that's morbid and hardcore. You want to kind of stay in the album
Yeah.
and keep doing what you're doing. I can't believe nothing. When you came on my radio show, you also sang a song. Oh, it just left my mind too.
Was it one that wasn't on the album?
It was going to be on your new album.
Reason to Believe. That's the one I did.
No,
Oh.
I remember that one too. You did
Probably
do that.
Mansion on a Hill.
You did that one too. This was one I didn't hear you do today, unless I was lost in thought. But when is your new album actually going to drop?
That sometime in 2016. What it was, I wanted to be at the end of 2015, but my friend Kat, on the same day that I called her up and said, "Hey, we got an offer to do this show, and they'll cover the costs," and we talked. She said, "I'm glad you called. I want you to book for me in Boston, and we're not in competing markets because Boston's a tip-based thing, so I don't
Right.
go up there very much. And you can get 10%." I said, "Okay, great." And then I said, maybe we could do a record label together because you're making a record, right? So what's going to happen is her record's going to come out late October, early November.
Okay.
Before that, we are going to make a vinyl. We're going to do a split vinyl, split 7-inch, so it'll have her on the A side and a single from that on the B side.
Nice.
And we're going to print like 50 of them, and 25 to each person. Her album will drop late October, early November, and then mine will drop winter of 2016 once we properly re-release that one, which will just be getting it out to more stores with her and getting hype.
You have a plan.
Yes, all of our eggs are in this particular basket now.
How does that make you feel? Does it make you nervous?
Yeah, but it's good. I didn't have a social life for 3 weeks when I did this. I was like, I disappeared off the face of the earth.
Well, yeah, it's important work.
And then I finally got everything, and I'm like, okay, yeah, now we can hang out that I know how I'm going to do this.
It's good. It's good stuff. And putting it out on vinyl nowadays, I honestly can say that 7 or 8 years ago, I came home from Washington, D.C., and I told all the people at the radio station, we need to pay attention to people putting things on vinyl, because vinyl is going to come back. Well, it was like later on that year that they did Jimi Hendrix lost stuff. They put his stuff on vinyl.
Yeah.
And I was like, see what I'm saying? And now everybody's doing something on vinyl. The Chapin sisters just did an Everly Brothers tribute, and it's on vinyl. And it's great. And it's thick vinyl, too. Not that wimpy.
Yeah.
It's nice. Robert Gordon put out vinyl, and it's red. It's clear red, see-through. It's so cool.
When I went to Nashville, Jack White of the White Stripes, I
Yep.
went to his store, Third Man Records, and my brother has his latest album, La Razzaletto, on vinyl, and he has a track hidden on the inside of the paper. And I went to the store, and I bought my brother an adapter. I was trying to buy people souvenirs, and I asked the woman, I said, "Oh yeah, he needs an adapter because that's a different speed, and he can't play the hidden track." And she goes, "Well, wait, what type of record player does he have? Does he have an electric one?
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah." And she said, "It doesn't work." I go, "What do you mean it doesn't
It's
work?"
digital.
Yeah.
Wow.
You need the classic vinyl, you need the classic player to play the hidden track, even with the adapter. And as kind of upset as he was, and I was to tell him that,
Yep.
we were both like, that's kind of cool.
It's
that
very
that
cool.
Jack White thought to make it so you have to have the classic,
Well, vinyl is what it's all
That's
about.
great.
It really is. And I'm excited that you're doing vinyl, and I
Yeah.
want one. I want one.
Yep. Oh, we'll
Right.
get you one. We'll-
Okay, I know you will. I know you will.
That'll come out 2 months before her album release. So
Well,
September.
I'm looking forward to
October.
that. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
If I'm lucky doing this, one of my favorite artists, Todd Snyder, who's a folk singer, he said that his and my parents are very supportive of me and what I do. His father came to see him in this bar, and he was playing for like 40 people, and held 50, and he goes, his father's like, "You're going to be doing this forever?" He goes, "If I'm lucky, I'm going to be doing it. If 40 people still want to see me." So, if people still want to see me and hire me, if I'm lucky, I'll be doing this, and, hopefully it'll get bigger.
It will. It will. I have absolutely every reason to believe that your songwriting is just, it's so real. and it's so vital, and it's so down to earth and honest that people can't help but want to hear more of it. At least that's for me. And I've come to the conclusion that if I really like it, then other people out there somewhere will like it too.
Oh, yeah.
So where can people get this?
They can get this, it's on my website.
Which is?
Which is camrsutphin.webs.com. It's a free one because I'm still in college. So we're still, and you can get it on iTunes, Amazon, all the online stores have it. I think the cheapest is my website because I don't control the online pricing.
Right.
You can also stream it on Spotify because unlike Taylor Swift, I haven't taken my stuff down and I won't.
There you go. Well, we can't all be Taylor Swift, can we?
No, but
and some of us wouldn't want to be.
Yeah, no.
No, so this is good stuff, and I'm impressed by the fact that you did everything. It's good that you did that. It must have saved you a bunch of money.
Yeah, it did. All I had to pay for was I did a little mixing and mastering. Mm-hmm. I sent it over to a company in California digitally to make it sound better because I don't have a degree.
Yeah.
They were not very nice to me, so they don't get a credit on the album.
Whoa.
Because
they weren't very nice to you because you weren't famous, or?
No. What happened is they sold the company, which is fine. It's a company sell. And I called them up, and I had like 10 pre-orders because I had run out. And I said, hey, where's my stuff? Because I charged it, and they said, oh, call this person. She's taking care of the old case. It's fine. And she wouldn't return my calls. And I had a company in East Hartford called The Gallery, and I told them my problem. I said, I just need it duplicated.
Right.
They did it in 2 days, 2
See?
days. And I've gone there ever since, and I'm going to have them ship all my stuff to Nashville, and I'm not going to stop using them until,
Until you have your own company.
Yeah, yeah. They're
Can
great.
you let us know what the name of your record company is?
It's Black Cowboy Hat Records.
Nice. Nice.
Records.
Now, you grew up in Connecticut.
Yes.
What makes you want to be like this more, I think you're more folk than country, but
Yeah,
you tend to think you're country.
Americana. My father played Neil Young's Live Rust, so I like the acoustic stuff, and then I just got into Gretchen Wilson, more pop country, and then from there, I just started to go back, and Hank Williams, Hank the Third, Hank Jr., Hank Williams, Johnny Cash, and that's what I liked because what I had to pick from for music, I was born in the '90s, which is a terrible year to be born for music, and
I'd have to agree with you.
You could go with, I was listening to rock and roll when I was in elementary school, so you could go with NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, or the Rolling Stones. So I was listening to that, I was doing the Rolling Stones, Sonny and Cher, and the Stones did some country, I love Beggar's Banquet. And then in high school, everyone wanted to listen to rap. And I never walked into a club not with 2 women on my arm, and I know that the jacuzzi that Jay-Z's in is only for him. And at the end of the song, I don't believe I'm one of the beautiful people.
You are. You are one of the beautiful
Thank
people.
you, but
because you're real, because you're touchable, because you're approachable, and because you're honest.
oh yeah,
So you are one of the beautiful people, and I thank you for being that. Without people like you making music, we'd have to listen to the garbage. I was almost going to say something nasty, but the stuff that's being put out that's rote, and everybody's doing the same thing, and everybody sounds the same, and everybody wants the same 7 girls on their arms and whatever. You're not doing that. Not that you're not doing some love songs.
Yeah.
The song about, I hope you'll remember my song after you hear all the other ones. I love that.
that was kind of a breakup one. That was kind of a
breakup
It started as a love song, then I rewrote 2 of the verses.
A breakup one.
Yeah, kind of, borders the line. I don't do,
Mean breakup songs. Do you have a mean bone in your body?
well, actually, Good Morning Jade, I used her name. That's the only time I ever used the girl's name, the first name. That is her first actual name.
And was that mean?
Because when I put it out, everyone in the hometown knew who she was.
Oh.
So yes, but she knows what she did, and they know what she did, so they, it wasn't exactly it wasn't exactly,
Quiet.
It wasn't perceived as that's so mean. It was like,
Yeah, okay.
I get, it was kind of like, I get where you're coming from.
Now, you're in college. What are you studying?
I'm studying history.
Wait a minute. You just told me that in 5 years, 10 years, 100
Yeah.
years, you want to be doing music.
Yeah.
And you want to have your own record company. Why are you not studying music? And not just music, but music production and music, the whole bit.
Well, I didn't want to take any debt. I knew I was going to go to Nashville. There was a music industry major in, I believe, New Hampshire. But that would involve debt. That would involve me not having a car, not playing. And I knew that I would be better off to record and play than to go to New Hampshire, live on campus, and not be able to do that. The other problem is, in order to get into the program, you have to play classical music, and they test you every year, and you have to get better. Because I can learn one classical. I don't play classical guitar, but I can learn one piece. But there's no way I'm going to do shows, as many times as I can and do pop music. And by pop, I mean anything that's not classical. And then I'm going to go in. They're going to go, okay, so play Mozart, and sit like this, and and I'm not going to remember because it's such a different style. I've seen classical guitar players. It's so different.
It really is.
So I went with history because I like history.
And you know your limitations. And you know where you can stretch yourself, and you know what you can do and what you can't. And a lot of people, especially at your age, don't know that yet. And some people never figure it out. Some people never figure out what they can and can't do, and they try to do things that they shouldn't try to do. So I'm really impressed with your stuff. I hope that you'll bring your cat friend to come and do some music here.
Yeah, I'll probably give her a call right after this is done.
And say, we have to go do this. Is there anything that you want to tell our audience? Do you have any shows coming up that you want people to know about that they can get to?
Let's see, I have, I actually just booked one. It's at a place called The Room, and it's mainly a metal venue, but they're doing a solo acoustic singer-songwriter night on the 26th.
Of April.
Yes, and that's going to be, I booked that very, very late last night
I know
over
where
Facebook.
The Room is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's going to, doors open at 3:45, and I don't know when I'm going to be on. There's going to be a whole bunch of singer-songwriters.
Yeah. That will be fun.
Yeah, so that's April 26th, and then 5 days from there, I start my goodbye run, and I've got May 2nd, I'm going to be at Molten Java in Bethel, Connecticut, and May 3rd, I'm going to be doing Passiflora in New Hartford.
Okay, do you have that all up on your website?
Yes, yeah.
Your whole run?
I have a ton of private events, which are nursing homes,
Right.
and other venues that book me that is private, and then public ones. There's more public ones are getting added.
Great.
Great.
Well, you're going to take us out with a song, so I thank you so much for doing this.
You're welcome, and thank you for having me and doing shows like this in your radio show, because otherwise artists like me wouldn't have a place to get their name out.
This is my passion.
That's
having
good.
Having musicians that are as impassioned as you are, that are writing such pure and honest music. I just can't tell you how much I love the fact that your music is so real.
Well, thank you.
So take us out with a song.
Thanks.
And watch your mic, which,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So while he's getting ready to go back, let me just give you just a little rundown of my soapbox that I get on every week. We need to support our community. You all know that. You all know that if we live in our community and shop in our community and entertain in our community, that we keep the money here in our community. And in order to make our economy grow, we need to keep our money at home. Now, there's some really awesome shops. Have you been to the Hive? Are you a skater? Do you know anybody that does skateboards? There's the Hive Skate Shop, and that's right on State Street, right across from the monument, and it's really, really cool. And there's kids outside skating. When I say kids, young people younger than grandma, out there skating all the time, and it's just wonderful. And it's locally owned, locally run. I can't tell you about these places. And the Bean and Leaf is now open for dinner, serving Sicilian type food, and it's really delicious. I love it. I live like a minute away from there, so I go there to eat, and the food is off, including the tiramisu. Try that. Cameron Sutphin. Check out his music. This is a 20-song album, so he can put half on vinyl, half on the front and the back. It's great. You'll like it. I'm going to let him take you out. Thank you so much for watching Grandma's Attic Music Review. Until next week, bye-bye and God bless.
I'm going to do part of the, there's one instrumental track on there, and I'm going to do part of that.